Eric.
What is up, Carson?
Hello, everyone else. Hope you guys all had a good weekend. I know I did. Chiefs won again. No surprise there.
Every Sunday night we know what Carson did all afternoon.
Not next week they're playing Monday night game, so yeah, against the Rams. But yeah, no Shape November's going well. I can see Udit's got it going a little bit, but yeah. But yeah, it's good to see everybody.
I look terrible with a beard or a mustache, so I don't do it.
Yeah, no, I grow pretty good. But anyways, good to see everybody. Everyone's deliverables were very good, so I'm very excited to see that. Really excited to see what you guys produce in the next few weeks. We'll let you know more about deliverables coming up. But Eric, I think, has a quick message for us. So.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, it's been great to see. I chatted with developmental editors, and this is you guys are the first group that are kind of going through this experience in this way, and they were super impressed with the early content that was created. So I think you should take that as a big, a big round of kudos. I think, obviously you're going to keep creating and stuff like that, but I think good first round. I think they sent out feedback to everyone at this point, and my suggestion is just keep doing what you're doing, right? In some ways, sort of the next milestone for you is after Thanksgiving. So use whatever time you can over Thanksgiving to create. And just, keep doing it, fit within your vibe. Obviously if you got a busy week, don't do it. If you got time, do it. But don't overthink it, right? I think that's the interesting thing is that, these are first drafts and you're really getting sort of feedback on your storytelling structure. So I think I talked to someone and I think I talked to Andrea, and she's like, I feel a little I can't be I want to be a perfectionist. I'm like, no. You should be not worrying about it. This is a first draft because we're more interested in the storytelling structure. You're going to have editors, formal copy editors will make sure this book is really, really great on those things. But it's much more interesting to hear about your storytelling structure, use of quotes, all those sorts of things. But yeah, I was super stoked to hear that feedback because I don't know. I guess you guys could have been terrible, but that was the opposite of it. It was really good feedback from people. So I think that's really exciting. And yeah, I would just say kind of keep cranking along. And again, I know that kind of the next, sort of the next 4 to 5 weeks is an intense period for everyone with sort of semesters wrapping up, finals wrapping up, and all those sorts of things. So don't stress yourself out. If you're feeling whatever it is, remember, you can use as much of the winter break as you want to, right? So you got plenty of time to do those sorts of things. What we'll start to talk to you about kind of over the right around a little bit before Christmas and sort of a little bit after is how we're going to start to craft this into a manuscript and all those things sort of going forward. But generally speaking, I would say you guys should be stoked where this is. They were by and large excited about everyone. Everyone sort of was like, oh gosh, I feel like I'm not creating enough content. Blasphemy, you're creating content. That's great. And we'll get it to the place where it's really great. But yeah, my feedback so far is this is great. Golf clap for me and keep it up on that regard, which is awesome. And yeah, just, I guess my sense is thanks for kind of pushing onto it, and feel free to the cool part about this one, and again, one of the big things we learned is that most first-time authors don't have the benefit of a developmental editor, right? You met your editors. These are legit people. These are people who've worked on thousands of books, themselves are published authors. And so ask them questions. If you're hey, listen, I didn't know if this really makes sense or what this sort of thing is, that's what they're there for, right? They're excited to help you guys. So use them as a resource in that way. Because one of the things that we learned is the first time we introduced this role of developmental editor, we saw our success rate go up dramatically because you've got someone there. You've got someone to ask questions of. So ask them questions. Nothing is too embarrassing. But for the most part, you saw they gave feedback, and it was cool to see. They were really, really happy at that point. So there you go. That is my 2 cents in this one.
Yeah,
questions for me on that stuff, or Carson, anything?
Yeah, you guys have any questions for Eric? I know I talked to a couple authors in the last couple of days too, and they're, yeah, I mean, he's right. Don't overthink everything. Just get stuff down. And yeah, I was reading over some stuff too. It was it's good stuff you guys are making. So it's exciting. But yeah, if there's no questions for Eric, I guess we'll see you later then. So.
Yeah, feel free to hit me up if there's anything that I can do on this front. And but yeah, overall, I'd say keep it up. It's exciting to see, and we're gonna be publishing some books here, people. So it's coming hot and heavy. But yeah, keep after it. And like I said, if you feel like you're like behind or one of those things, remove those thoughts and just keep creating. Because remember, the big goal, and over winter break, if Carson needs to be calling you every day and like holding doing time with everyone to get you to that sort of word mark. I've seen this before. He'll be calling your parents on Christmas Day saying, Katie, get over there and start writing. So don't you fret. But that's kind of what this is, right? We're here as like an entire group, team, family, whatever the hell you want to call it. Because like every day Carson's like, we're going to get 100% of these people across the line. So just so you know, whether it come hell or high water, if Nico's kicking and screaming, we're going to drag him across the line here either way. So cool. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you guys later more this week, next week.
Thanks, Eric. Yeah, see ya. I promise I won't call you on Christmas. But anyways, no, we have thanks for coming, guys. I know not a lot of people showed up, but this is going to be a really great activity today. I think you're going to get quite a bit out of this. So we're going to start. It's kind of like a team activity. So the idea is we want you to come up with some good stories from secondary interviews. I feel like a lot of people are confused about those, so we want to help you practice those. So what we're going to start off with is we want to just take like 10 minutes or so. I want you guys to like come up with a good idea for a secondary interview story that's brand new, like something you haven't thought of so far. You don't have to like have a secondary interview lined up. Just come up with like a good story idea that could benefit your book, but also something you think you can definitely find online. So we're going to take like 10 minutes to do that. Does anyone have any questions about what I mean, or just basically coming up with a story for a secondary, like regarding a secondary interview, something brand new? Is that cool? All right. So we'll go to like 9:15-ish. Just come up with something, then I'll tell you what we're going to do next. So yeah. I should also add, with these secondary interviews, make sure it's something that you can like share with another person. So like your idea, at least you don't have to have anything written, but just be able to share your idea. So yeah. Actually, I must extend the time a little bit. We'll go to 9:20, but actually, if you could, just got up from Eric. He thinks it'd be a good idea if you start like outlining slash like writing a little story if you want. So try and get something like maybe a paragraph or two on paper. I'll try and get it all crafted example with the idea that we're going to be sharing them in about 10 minutes with like in small groups. I'll let you know a little bit more. We have, but yeah, just trying to outline something in general. I'll give you till 9:20 to do that. Doesn't have to be anything that good, but yeah. Okay. So I'll kind of show you what I did in this little time. Um, the idea I think me and Eric want you guys to get from this is to have like a good story idea right now, get a little momentum when you start your next phase of writing. So this is kind of what I came up with. Once again, reminding you of my topic, it's like startups and how founders can learn. And I looked up Mark Cuban had this really cool like he was talking about learning how to learn in a way. And he said the number one trait of a billionaire is someone who's a constant learner. And I just like outlined a quick story. This is literally like kind of all like this is just an outline. I can probably expand from here quite a bit. I hope you guys have something like this in a way, or at least something to talk about, because now I'm going to split you guys up into pairs of two. And I think, and what I want you to do is just hopefully exchange your idea, talk about how you can add it. If you have something written, maybe send it to them and let them go over it. With the idea that hopefully you guys can exchange some like ideas, hopefully make them better. I'm just gonna randomly assign you. You guys can like hopefully talk, get to know each other a little bit, because as I've said a lot of times, some of the best resources is fellow authors, even if you guys are writing about two completely different things. So I'm going to give you guys the plan is for the rest of the evening. We're going to go till probably like 9:40, 9:45. What I want you to do is hopefully exchange stories, talk about it, and just exchange ideas, and hopefully get something to like review from each other. Maybe you can like exchange something you've written and like get it back and go over it with the idea that this will help you create like a good story. Yeah. So like hopefully if you get anything from out of this, it's like it's just one great story that's like 1,000 words or so, and that's something you guys like have knocked out, so it's like easier going forward. So yeah, so I'm gonna assign you now. I'll bring it back in about 9:40 ish. So please just talk to each other, try and exchange ideas. We'll see how this goes. All right, there you go. And I will be working on my own. Hey guys. All right. I hope you got something out of that. I didn't. I guess I didn't really go into your. I'll just tell you. I was writing on my own. I got like 500 words down in that short time because I felt really inspired. So that was good for me. But I hope you guys got something out of it. That's kind of what we're going to be doing in the next couple of weeks. Is just like trying to give you guys some structured word time and trying to have you work with other authors. And hopefully you got something out of it as I've been saying. But at least I hope you guys got inspired to write a little bit more because I know sometimes you can get this writer's block so easily, and sometimes the best people to help you out are those who are going through it too. So yeah, I think we'll wrap up the session for today. Is there any like last minute questions for me? Just about anything. Doesn't have to be about the activity. Anything? All right. No, you guys on the chat, you guys are all doing really great. Really excited to see how your progress. So yeah, keep it up. Thanks for coming. Have a good rest of your night and good rest of your week. See you guys.